Hello, my dear friends. So, I got asked recently several questions about the seeds and about the plants, and I want to show you what I do now with the seeds and tell you something about my work here because I have some things prepared. These are the seeds for example, I already extracted from blueberries on this plate, and other seeds from, for example, the strawberries that I already showed you. And something just came to my mind because it's very important to have seeds that last for a long time, because somebody asked me recently about how long a seed will last, will still be able to be germinated. So it's different from every seed, from every fruit variety. For example, here I have the mulberries and the cranberries. Those seeds will last very long. So other seeds from like citrus, like lemons, oranges, they lose their rate of germination within some days, like 2 weeks or something. Then they don't germinate anymore. The same goes for lychees, for example, or mangoes maybe last a little bit longer. It always depends on the conditions you store those seeds. And usually we want to store the seeds in where it's quite cold, so cool, freezy. So like not frosty, but cool, like 5 degrees or something, or 10 degrees, and dark. So that's the conditions where the seeds last quite long. And as I said, most of the seeds, they are last very long. For example, here I have maracuja, they will last quite long. Or raspberries, blueberries, or prickly pear. So all those seeds, they last very long, yeah. And what I want to do now is, these are my bottles, and I have many of those bottles, and they are so great to store a certain seed from one variety in those bottles. And I use them, I write the name of the seed of the fruit onto this bottle, and then I fill those seeds inside of it, because recently, the past days and weeks, I used almost too many of the seeds that I had, and it's always important to have a lot of seeds in your storage, I think. And in the past 2 weeks, I really used a lot of seeds, which was a little too much, I think. So now I'm working on refilling the storage, and to, have always, it's the same like with a fridge, there should always be enough in the storage, and you can't, or you should not just take everything out and then there is nothing left anymore. There should always be you know what I'm saying. And that's what I will do now. I have those mango seeds, and yeah, the questions that you guys asked me, I really probably have to write them down in some, so that I remember, because yeah, there are always different questions that I try to answer, like when you write it, or I try to remember and post it publicly, that other people also can get this information. So yeah, and that's that. And I have those mangoes where the seeds, they last not so long, and the mango seeds, for everybody who's living in a country where mangoes grow, or in other countries where they do grow in the pots, I take those mango seeds and I put it into those boxes with this lid, and like this, and I fill it with water, like a little bit is enough. And then you put the seed inside and you crack it open, and be very careful with cracking this seed open. The best is you take a scissor, or this tool to really cut it open. And yeah, that's that so far. So hello everybody again. Several hours passed now, and I had to recharge my phone and stuff, and I finished the work so far, and I have now like the strawberries that I showed you. Where are those strawberries? They're here. I filled them in this bottle, in this glass bottle, and my storage of strawberry seeds is now filled again. And then I have the pear seeds. How to remove the pear seeds is quite self-explanatory. Like, you know, you cut the fruit open and carefully, you know, be careful not to cut into the seed, because I always, with the pears, I all the time I cut around this fruit and not like right through it, but cut around it and then twist it open so that the seeds don't get damaged. And then you just dry those pear seeds. Pear seeds are a little bit bigger in size than apple seeds. And I love pear and apple plants. I love that plant because here in Austria it's quite a common tree, like everybody knows, has apple tree and pear and stuff. And it's like nothing special here. But for me, a beautiful apple or pear plant is something very beautiful. I like it. For me, this is not something everybody has, and it's very common. For me, it's still something special, to be very honest, because somebody advised me, for example, that I should only grow exotic and tropical fruits. But for me, like, I want to grow every fruit. I don't really make a difference between a papaya or an apple or something, because they all taste good and they all contain sugar and stuff. And I don't care which plants or fruits are common in our area and which are common somewhere else. I love every fruit. Yeah, that's it. And the mango seeds I have here inside. How to remove the mango seed from the shell? I already posted a video where I exactly show how this works. You just have to go back a little bit, and in some of the videos I show this. Yeah, if somebody really wants to know it, then I can like show it again or tell you or send you the link for that video or something. But the important part for mango is to really really be careful not to damage the seed when cutting open this fruit, this you know, this shell of the seed. And that's the progress so far with those. And then I ordered cactus, like Peruvian apple cactus fruit. And this plant, this cactus plant, is so beautiful. I saw it last year the first time. Everybody who wants to Google it, or a dear friend of mine, I want to call you friend, from Peru, wrote me, and she said that those fruits actually grow there in Peru, and I guess also in South America, like in every country. And these are the Peruvian apple cactus. And those seeds from the Netherlands arrived some days ago. This is one of like about 10 orders, because there are a lot of orders that will now arrive. And this is one of them, is the first one. And I also bought some other gardening stuff. And also, now I think about it, because if I bought pistachio seeds from Turkey, and like some months ago I bought it from the same seller and provider, and they didn't arrive, those seeds. And now it might be the same, because I couldn't remember that it was this provider that I bought it from this Turkish provider. And it's not about the country Turkey, because I bought also mulberry seeds, olive seeds, I think, from Turkey, and they arrived like very normally. And the pistachio seeds that I would be so curious about, because I have one big pistachio plant tree. This is so beautiful, I can tell you guys. And they did not arrive yet. And like in the tracking, when it's like I bought it from Etsy, from that online shopping store, and the tracking says that it arrived in Vienna or in Austria, and that it's already ready for international transport again. So I guess they send it back, so I have to call them. That's what I actually wanted to do. If it's still in Austria, but it's another story and it's a little bit, not that great. But maybe I will go on vacation this year in a country where pistachios are ripe, are in season. And if there are pistachios growing in your country, in your area, please let me know. And pistachio are also seeds that lose their germination quite like after some days, what I heard. So they are, and also the same goes for example, coffee seeds. They also lose their germination quite quickly. And there are some fruits where the seeds, they lose their rate of germination after like less than a month, I'd say, yeah. And that's not so nice because you can store those seeds very good. So okay, that's that. And now I have like the mulberries that I showed you in the beginning and the cranberries. I just get them. Wait a minute. So I have them here soaking in water right now. These are dried mulberry. You only find mulberries in stores that's dried. So they are never fresh because they like start to get bad and to rot like very fast. And that's why they only buy it in dried mulberries. And raspberries, not raspberries, like cranberries, it's the same. I soaked them in this water, and so dried fruits are a little like harder. And what I do with the dried fruits, for example, with the mulberries, I put them inside here and I just rub them into another bottle, and then the seeds, they get loose because in this dried fruit, the seeds are like inside and they don't just fall off the fruit. So you have to rub them. With the mulberries, I always rub them in this sieve. I don't know how the English word is. And with the cranberries, I don't know yet because I never actually worked on cranberries, but let's do this together. Let's work this out together. I think I will cut them open with a knife. Wait a minute. And then you can already see, of course, the seeds. And okay, that's quite good seeds. And they get out of the fruit quite easily. Okay, there are 4 seed chambers. You might see it. And the seeds are here inside, and they can be removed out of the fruit quite easily, as I see now. But with those cranberries, you just have to cut them in half, and then I would say just soak them here in the water, or maybe rub them with the finger off a little bit. That's enough. So I just try this. Yeah, that's a big blessing, because when the seeds can be removed very, very easily, that's a big blessing. So that's it. Learned something new. I learned something new again. And I'm curious how the cranberry bush will look like, because I think it's a bush and not a tree. So that's that. And now I guess I will keep working on the fig seedlings, repot those small fig seedlings, and I just show you. Let's go together into the yard and I will show you now the fig seedlings and the other seedlings that I already repotted the last week, so in this year. So come with me.